John chapter 5, verse 1 says, "After this, a Jewish festival took place, and Jesus went up to Jerusalem." The "after this" is in reference to Jesus being in Galilee and telling a government official's son that there was going to be a healing, that his boy would be made well. And so after this account, and there's a span of time, we don't know what the span of time is, but Jesus is now going back to Jerusalem because there's a festival, and these festivals were times to remember things, times to mark significant points in Israel's history that they were to remember and they were to celebrate, they were to be mindful of, and they were in Jerusalem. And there was a big gathering of the people. And these things actually mark Jesus' ministry quite a bit. We can see when he's at different festivals, it helps us to understand his timing. It helps us to put the synoptic gospels, the ones that we see alongside Matthew, Mark, and Luke, and then John. These things help. Now there's a festival, so Jesus is making a return back to Jerusalem, and we're going to find out that there's going to be another sign. These signs are they're hitting one after another, and we're going to see another miraculous event, as if what we just saw with this boy being made well and the government official believing wasn't enough. We're going to see yet another one. It's important as we walk through the book of John to remember that we can read things in just a matter of minutes or even seconds, but there's a span of time that is happening. This story takes place over about maybe 3.5 years. The last few chapters are really just condensed into an evening and maybe a week in certain parts. But so we want to be mindful that there's a space of time. Even though you can just read right through these things, let's remember that there is time passing. Jesus has been moving from place to place. He's been ministering to his disciples and teaching and training them and probably preaching along the way and doing many things that John said were not recorded in this book. However, we've come to another major significant point, and John is going to show us another sign.